Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are on the trail of a 2,000-year-old cold case, the search for the lost tomb of Cleopatra. For centuries, it's been one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries, and we're going to explore how we might, finally, be on the verge of cracking it.
For literally thousands of years, archaeologists and treasure hunters have been searching for the final resting place of Egypt's legendary queen. But every single lead has gone cold. It's a puzzle that has stumped some of the best minds for generations. But what if the reason we've never found it is because everyone has been looking in completely the wrong place?
Okay, so let's dive right into this. To really get a grip on where the search is now, we first have to understand why all the previous attempts just failed. Why has this legendary tomb stayed hidden for so long, turning into history's ultimate cold case?
Well, the two most logical places to look, they turned out to be total dead ends. First, you've got the Valley of the Kings, the famous burial ground for pharaohs. But that was abandoned long before Cleopatra's time because of relentless tomb robbing. Then there was her capital, Alexandria. Makes sense, right? The problem there? A series of just catastrophic earthquakes and tsunamis sent the entire ancient royal quarter plunging right into the Mediterranean Sea. It's gone, lost forever.
So, with the traditional sites completely exhausted, the trail went cold. I mean, stone cold. What was desperately needed was a totally new approach, and it came from a very, very unexpected source. A mind trained not in digging, but in deduction.
So this is where it gets really interesting. Meet Kathleen Martinez. Now, she's not your typical archaeologist. She was a lawyer, and she approached this ancient mystery just like a legal case. She meticulously re-examined all the historical texts, treating them like evidence, looking for loopholes and clues that everyone else had completely missed, to build a new profile of where Cleopatra would actually choose to be buried.
And her investigation led her to a place that most people had just ignored, a remote, kind of crumbling temple called Taposiris Magna. It's about 30 miles outside Alexandria, far from the usual search zones. But to Martinez, it was the only place that made perfect, logical, and symbolic sense.
Now you can imagine her theory was met with a lot of skepticism from the archaeological community. But then, at Taposiris Magna, the evidence she started to uncover began to build a really powerful case that she might have been right all along. And this work was grueling. For over a decade, Martinez and her team excavated the site, and their persistence absolutely paid off. They started finding concrete proof, over 200 coins stamped with the face and the name of Cleopatra herself. I mean, that's a direct link between the queen and this forgotten temple. And the coins? They were just a beginning. The team went on to unearth more than 350 other artifacts from her era, including statues and pottery. Each discovery was another piece of the puzzle, strengthening that connection between Cleopatra and Taposiris Magna.
But Martinez's theory, it went so much deeper than just artifacts. It was about symbolism. You see, Cleopatra considered herself the living embodiment of the goddess Isis. And Taposiris Magna, well, it just happened to be one of the most important temples dedicated to Isis in all of Egypt. Martinez believed Cleopatra would have wanted her death to be this powerful religious statement, linking herself forever to her goddess and the ancient pharaonic traditions of rebirth. All these clues on the surface were pointing to something significant hidden below. But the team's greatest breakthrough was still to come, and it was buried deep, deep beneath the temple floor. So, while excavating the temple, the team uncovered it, a vertical shaft expertly cut deep into the solid bedrock. And at the bottom, it opened into a vast network of tunnels, a whole subterranean world that had been sealed off from humanity for 2,000 years. Many of these tunnels were flooded with dark, murky water, hiding whatever secrets they held. Exploring these dangerous flooded tunnels was pretty much impossible, so to see what lay hidden behind meters of solid stone and water, they brought in a really high-tech tool, military-grade ground-penetrating radar.
So how can modern tech solve an ancient mystery? Well, GPR works kind of like a geological X-ray. It sends radar waves deep into the earth, and when those waves hit an empty chamber instead of solid rock, they bounce back differently, creating a map of what's hidden below.
So the team scanned the area above the tunnels, waiting to see what, if anything, the radar would reveal. And the result was absolutely astonishing.
The radar data came back showing a massive anomaly. Directly beneath the temple entrance, it detected a huge 10-meter wide empty chamber, a void in the bedrock that had no natural explanation. This could be it,
a hidden sealed-off burial chamber exactly where you'd expect to find a royal tomb.
This incredible discovery triggered the final, most critical phase of the search. But uncovering the chamber isn't the end of the story. The team is now locked in a desperate race against the clock.
Reaching that chamber is a monumental challenge. I mean, they're battling unstable tunnels, constant power outages that disrupt all their equipment, and the bureaucratic pressure of government permits that are about to expire. Every single day is a fight against time and the elements to reach their goal.
The search for Cleopatra has become so much more than just a hunt for a famous tomb. If Kathleen Martinez is right, and that hidden chamber holds the last pharaoh of Egypt, it would be a discovery that could rewrite our understanding of this critical moment in ancient history. The question is no longer if we will find her, but whether this team can overcome these final hurdles to crack a 2,000-year-old code.